Hey, what's up guys, DiplexHeated again. Welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2, and welcome to the spring of 1942. We're just outside Sevastopol on the Crimean Peninsula, where one out of the two Schwerer Gustav railway guns were deployed to. So I'm pretty excited to see how this battle is going to go. We're not going to utilize it at the start, we're going to save it for the end. Otherwise, I think we'd kind of eliminate the point of having a battle, because this gun that you're about to see is absolutely monstrous. It weighs 1,350 tons. It was and is the largest gun ever produced, and it fires a shell close to a meter in diameter, 800 millimeter large. It's definitely larger than a very, very tall human being, and it weighs close to 7 tons. That is just unbelievable. It's like 3 regular-sized cars in a shell, although the shell is a lot smaller and more compact. Here you go. It runs on like a twin railway system, and I don't know what to say about this thing. It's absolutely insane. I think it took like close to 36 or something crewmen to crew the gun itself. I haven't figured out how to make it move, but I know it's possible. Otherwise I would have had it sort of enter the battle like that. But I've set up the railway system that it can utilize. We've got some engineering trucks back here and lots of leftover railway assets, so to speak. So we've kind of made a makeshift railway here, led it to the front lines, where we have a lot of infantry and a lot of tanks. We have some Panzer IIIs, the J variant, we have some Panzer IVs, we have some Stug 3s and Panzer 38s, all the tanks that were quite commonly used at the time and on this front, so to speak. So let's take a look at some of the Russian defenses. We have one up here. We've got a lot of CIS guns, a lot of T-34 76s, and a couple of 57s. The 57s were the ones with the CIS gun on it, like the longer barrel, more of an AT. This was meant to be sort of like an early war tank destroyer, considering the gun. So plenty of different weapons and Russian infantry and assets here, and a few more back here, some of the earlier T-26s that still fire a pretty large caliber shell there with the 45 millimeter gun, some mortars. So everything that was pretty much very, very used this early in the war, I mean, we're talking spring of 1942 / like late 1941, was going to be pretty much, you know, a lot of early war stuff. So a lot of more things happened towards the late of 1942 and 1943 when it came to tank development. But all in all, super excited. We're not going to utilize the gun yet. We are going to allow it to be saved for the end of the battle, which should be pretty cool anyway. So stay tuned. I just wanted to show you it. It's absolutely insane, and it's going to be so fun using. So thank you for following me on Instagram. I gained like 100 followers yesterday, which is really fun. I want to start uploading more videos and pictures there to show you guys what I'm doing. Hopefully, perhaps combine it with vlogging in the future. A lot of people have been asking for that, so I want to be sure to get some resources so that I can vlog properly, perhaps buy a new camera or something. I don't know why this guy's got the winter camouflage. Rather upsetting. And I think back here where we have some reinforcing tanks, make sure we don't have anyone using winter camo. Also, not been feeling too good over the last couple of days. I haven't really explained it to anyone, like why. I just told you guys yesterday that I was up puking all night and I couldn't digest food, and it's just because of stress. And depending on what happens in the future with the situation, perhaps I'll explain more into it. But right now, just know that I'm not going to be quitting YouTube or anything. I've just been very stressful recently. Working and doing this, which I love for you guys, is what actually helps me. So without further ado, let's click start. And let's enjoy this colossal battle. The first wave of German attackers are embarking on the assault. And I am so excited. This is going to be so good. Rob's, the creator of Rob's mod, has made a custom accuracy mod for me, which is limiting the accuracy of the weapons to 50%, which will prolong and make the firefight a little bit more realistic. I always think that the accuracy of these guns, and the soldiers rather, handling them have been too good and made the battles quite short. So we're going to be... Ooh, that's loud. We're going to be seeing a lot longer and more devastating, not devastating, but a lot longer and more ambient firefights in the future, which I'm just very excited for. Those Panzer 38s are moving up quite nicely. A CIS 2 gun there. I think it's a 57 millimeter gun. It's going to be targeting some German armor crossing the ditches made, the man-made ditches here, the water. But I don't know what you want to call these, but it's good, like, defensive work, so to speak. infantry moving up, but mainly tanks moving up first. We have some here on the right side. I see a few German tanks that have gone down already, but there's plenty of more Russian AT assets further back. That's going to be hard for the Germans to counter, but right now they're on a roll. This Blitzkrieg is moving on, and here comes the second wave of German armor. The infantry that was based back here were supposed to kind of hold on for a bit, but I think most of them have moved up as well. They're very welcome to do so to assist the main assault here at the front. Oh, that man was shot down. It's gruesome. If you guys got a Molotov cocktail, now would be the time to use it. Oh, shot down in the trench like that. That's pretty gruesome. We have a gun position back here. This light tank was produced in quite a small number. It basically uses the gun tractor, the smaller one that's meant for infantry transportation, and they placed a SIS 2 on it. I think potentially a SIS 3, but I do think because of the time a SIS 2. It's been destroyed though, so they're gonna sit and by. More German armor and infantry is moving up on the height. Burning Panzer IV back here, one of the earlier variants with the stub-nose 75mm gun. It's quite cool indeed. And these Panzer 38s that have just a lot of machine guns on it, making a lot of noise. That is not the MG34 or 42 that the German guns would be using. This is a Czechoslovakian designed tank, so it's going to be using a different kind of gun. Not sure which one though. But it does have a more distinct sound. The Russians can use this gun when I want them to use it. I think they can. No, they need to fix it. So they're going to have to do some field repairs. Potentially they can still use the gun though. Yes, they can. Of course the Russians are going to be given the chance to do so. Always like a good fair fight. Some explosions back there and lots of more German burning tanks and wreckages. Look at the infantry moving up though. Heading into the trenches. And this is cool because it's going to be a little bit of a close range fight over here. Oh, he was shot in the leg. Still survives though. Oh, damn. Grenades being thrown into that wooden bunker. Some Russian infantry is forced to evacuate. I think it's going to be collapsing. Really cool to see some close-range infantry fighting like this. It's just so nice. And I love the accuracy difference because it does really extend the firefight. Makes it more movie-like, I feel like. It's really gruesome trench fighting right now, as you can tell. Oh. Grenades being thrown. Tanks are moving up to support, but it's looking a little slow. I think a lot of the tanks have been halted in their steps over here. This one's destroyed. Some of these are definitely active. That one's destroyed. This one's destroyed. Plenty of the other tanks here are destroyed. But I think some have just come to a halt to get better shots at the enemy. How's it looking back here? Well, more tanks are moving up. It's just sometimes it's just a matter of time and planning, but they're definitely moving up. Oh, look at this flanking Panzer IV. It's going to hit the rear of that T-34 57. Or is that the T-34 76? I can't remember exactly, but Panzer here taking more fire from back there. You guys wanna let's look at the Schwerer Gustav. Let's do that. Let's take a damn good look at this thing. Let's slow it down to some super slow-mo just to get a good look at it, so that we can fire the shell while also getting the time to enjoy the impact. Those things are both very important to me. So we're gonna aim the gun right there. And we're gonna fire. We're gonna pause. We're gonna move all the way here. And we're just gonna enjoy the firing of the shell in slow motion. The shell is away. Oh. Look at the recoil handle there by the massive barrel. As that shell is gonna be traveling a rather small distance before it reaches its impact target. Now let's go ahead and pause the game, turn it to the normal time, and then unpause and watch the impact. Keep an eye on the tank down there. Oh, jeez. That was gruesome. Look at the crater over there. That is absolutely insane. And the smoke is just so thick. It's like reloading on itself. It's hard for my system to even render it out properly. Look at that. It's like a mini nuke. Like a mushroom. Oh, more explosions too. Cool. Like a small nuclear cloud without the mushroom head. A lot more of these smaller T-34s moving up. Do you guys not have any grenades to deal with this tank? Oh, man. We might just have to use the Schwerer Gustav again. We might just have to. It feels naughty, but let's do it. German infantry, stay back because you're gonna die otherwise. We can take a few friendly casualties. We deployed the gun for a reason, so we better use it. The Russians are definitely making a fool of some of the German armor on this side. Some of those entrenched positions are just destroying whatever we had to show them over here. But we have some more Stugs moving up. Are other tanks being repaired? Well, the engines are running on these. I just think the crew has been dismounted. Let's get these tanks engaging the Russian targets back there. There's not many left, admittedly. But there are a few. Third time's the charm. Let's use the Gustav one more time. Feels like the second shell was not as impactful as the first one. Let's hit the side target over here. 3 shells away from the Gustav, and yes. That's quite an explosion. Like a bit of a system lag before the actual impact, where you could insert like, at this time, Yuri knew he'd fuck up. And then boom, dead. It doesn't leave a lot of life behind, so to speak. Here we go, the attack continues on the last trench line here. German infantry moving up. The hero of Sevastopol. Oh, well, he's dead. Perhaps the hero of Sevastopol ought to be a Russian soldier. We don't know. But all I know is the tanks got to keep moving. More Panzer IVs moving up. Have the rest been completely destroyed? That's a rather shameful display there. But once again, defender's gonna defend, you know what I mean? There's even more tanks to the left here that I can't see. And one CIS shell from an AT gun up there completely destroyed that Panzer IV. But there we go. That gun is down. This T-28 or 26 is also down. There's mortars and infantry remaining, which is practically going to be going up against just German infantry. So it's going to be a pretty cool open field battle like this. Squads moving up. Bullets hitting the ground. We're getting good FPS for once. This is really cool to just get in close like this and watch the firefight. Oh, saved by the pipeline. That is absolutely insane. I saw something come in and I'm like, I'm not sure what that is, but it hit the roof of it. So whoever was standing below is pretty damn lucky. Another Stug moving up, and there's something else over here. I can hear the engine sound. What is it? It's a Panzer IV that's like getting off the map now. Another one has moved up here. I wonder how many tanks have actually moved around the back lines. Russians, do we have any Molotovs you guys want to use? No Molotovs, but you have an AT grenade. For the sake of it, for Stalin. Just fucking lob an AT grenade, dude. No, you see the AT grenade you have, you imbecile? That one? Can you throw it at something worth throwing at? There we go. AT grenades at this time couldn't even do the damage, and he turned into scrap metal himself. Well, he took out the tracks, and this Stug is like burning the rear. Bit of chaotic scene here by the Russian front line here. But it's cool though. It definitely feels like the firefights are longer than they used to be. Mosin soldier back here, dueling it out with an MP40 squad leader. Look at this. What are you doing, man? Oh, you both missed each other? At this range, you ought to not miss each other, but he's crawling around. Is he going to be taking any chances? I don't know what's going on. Grenade thrown on his head. Throw that shit away. Successful. He's going to go back and... Oh, that was a close... In his throat. In his throat. Wow, wow, wee, wow. And I pretty much am sure the battle is over. Let's take a look at casualties. Let's do the Russian in yellow and the German in red. And we can tell that this trench line is just littered with casualties. This tank had to be repaired. The Germans lost so many tanks. I think they deployed 30 tanks to be exact. And they've lost probably like 25 from what I can tell. So that's pretty insane. Some more German infantry advancing. But there's just dead bodies littered all over this place. Especially around these two tanks. Around the trench lines. It was definitely not a major Russian defeat. It was just a Pyrrhic German conquest, so to speak, victory. Take a look at the Schwerer Gustav one more time. Can we make it move? Yeah, I can direct control make it move, and I can make it move like by clicking, but no, can I? Can I make it move by clicking? So the ramming speed. Let's check out if we could. Okay, don't derail yourself now, buddy. Don't derail yourself. There we go. Let's just move it forward in one speed. No, it doesn't want to move. See, now it works, and now I can't control. Okay. What's going to happen here? Ramming speed! That's pretty cool. Well, two of these guns were built. I'm pretty sure they used one on the western front and one on the eastern front. I could be wrong. I haven't really read into these railway guns all too much. But that's pretty damn awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon again. Ciao.